So when you owe someone money, you are, in essence, their slave.
You're indebted.
And the British family, the royal family, owed the Rothschilds money, funding that war, picking the winner, which is important, right?
Yep.
And funding that winner so they can succeed.
Yep.
You, royal family, Great Britain, as you stand now, are indebted to me.
So you do whatever
so
I
you
say.
owe me. You do my bidding. You do this.
Yep.
That's power.
Is that next month we're going into human clinical trials to test for the first time in history whether we can reverse the aging process and cure diseases. We can tackle aging because we now believe we understand why we age. And it's not wear and tear. It's not that we just wear out like a car. Our bodies are not like cars. Our bodies are more like computers that can be programmed and reprogrammed and rebooted to be young again. We are like computers, not machines. One analogy, and hopefully you all remember what a compact disc is. We think aging is like scratches on a CD. The DNA is the music, so we get beautiful music when we're young, but when we get old, we cannot read the beautiful music. Our cells do not read the DNA correctly, so the cells, they become lost, they become confused, and our old cells do not make the right proteins and they get diseases. This, we believe, is aging. But what's amazing is we found that you can polish the CD, you can get rid of the scratches and rejuvenate cells so they're young again. And to put it another way, you can reinstall the software of the body so that it's young again. We can quite literally, in my lab, reverse the age of cells and of very complex organs and tissues, including the eye, the most complex, and the brain. We can reverse aging by 75% in 6 weeks. We actually were able to show that using...
Look at that little model up there, No treatment, brain and the optic nerve from the brain to the eye with no treatment. And now look at the reconnection. Reprogrammed to be young with OSK gene therapy. The brain to the eye, that's the eyesight returning nerve data from the brain to the eye again. 75% within 6 weeks. Organisms, they've said they've already done this in animals. They have de-aged an animal by 75% in 6 weeks.
To show that using this method, we could cure blindness in animals for the first time. We could cure blindness. And the world reported just last week that the US FDA regulatory body cleared
human trials,
the way for the first age reversal human trial. It's a big deal. The FDA is very supportive, and we will know
what the hell is happening in this world. You can de-age a heart, a liver. You got a fatty liver. Oh, they've come and they said that China has reversed metabolic disease, type 2 diabetes, type 1 diabetes. China said they cured it. They have it.
What?
Yeah, China.
This person saying this.
Yeah.
The United States of America.
Yeah.
Withdrew from the WHO.
And what did that cause?
All of these diseases and cures are out. The cures for these diseases are out.
Other countries that have better organ. Look, this is they're doing this. This is a Saudi conference, anywho. But all the money from the rest of the world could actually get poured in, so for actual developments can be made. The United States World Health Organization was a cap on a lot of these discoveries because we will put a stop to a lot of them because the US FDA ran everything, especially the World Health Organization. Those are our people.
So since the United States has left the WHO, all of these countries who have been suppressed under the United States, seemingly, with their advanced research compared to our non-advanced research, because what is this country? In this country, we put trillions into defense, but we don't put it into pharmaceuticals and curing all these cancers. But some of these other countries who don't have the budget to put into their military might and have been for all these years putting it into R&D for health. And since the United States is out, all these companies who had it in the vault could say, oh, we could finally come out with these
cures.
Why does the United States stop that? Because you said they ran the WHO?
Okay, so the World Health Organization, like a lot of these organizations were started by the United States because the United States run NATO. The United States runs everything. They run the world economy. So a lot of these organizations were in partnership with the United States, and they didn't want to piss off their partners, didn't want to piss off the United States. So pretty much all the people that we put in those places were selfish, greedy individuals that stopped. We're going to stop your research. We want my research to come through. So it's a lot of greed, names, and a lot of people wanted titles and positions more so than the actual research getting pushed forth to the world.
What if it is only possible for the World Health Organization to make these vaccines because the United States of America
backed out?
When we look at the Epstein files, the cell therapy, the stem cells, drinking babies' blood, doing all of that. What if it was the United States with the blood drinking and the flesh eating, the stem cell therapy that enabled the World Health Organization to even come up with these cures in the first place?
But you have to look at
because this is tied to stem cells.
So
this came out of nowhere.
Let's go back. I'm glad you said that. Remember back, I don't know if you guys remember, back in 2004, I think it was Bush or Obama. Stem cell research was outlawed.
Yeah, they were against it.
They were against it for religious reasons.
I think it was in the 90s. I think that was under Clinton.
I remember that. Then over time, after Obama, that's when they started lifting. You could start using stem cell research because Kobe Bryant had to go to Germany and get stem cells put in his knee to keep playing. He couldn't get that shit done out of here.
Right.
So a lot of stem cell research and things like this has been stuff already been discovered. Already 20 years already in with research and with actual data. But a lot of these journals are not usually published, not even advertised because we care about Kim Kardashian's her fucking we care about bull. And in China also
that's what this video is basically.
Yeah, China also has a video where now they don't need women to give babies anymore.
Robots.
They have robots.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Robots. This is a wild. All of this is happening with the release of the Epstein files. That's why all this is happening. It was the release of the Epstein files that's making all this trickle out. And it makes me think to myself, like, these elites and these people doing these seditious things, taking babies and children for their stem cells, I believe that was used for their research. I don't think it's a United States versus the WHO thing. I think the United States put that into the WHO.
So a lot of people kept coming up.
That's what I think. I don't think this is my belief isn't, this isn't just China's amazing feats that they've been doing. I believe they got the help with the United States.
Of course. It's all of
those stem cells that where'd you get them from? And I think the freaking, their own countries have been taking their own kids doing the same thing.
They just said,
taking the little kids.
There's
a lot of people coming missing.
Where you get these stem cells from?
The United States didn't outlaw stem cell research around the world. They just said we can't do it here.
Yeah.
And so how do you know the United States still weren't funding those other researchers around the world?
Exactly.
Privately.
You just can't do it here.
Exactly.
They probably was using it for the rich, the people who got money.
De-aging an animal 75% in 6 weeks. Do you know how incredible that is? De-aging 75% in 6 weeks. So if you're, I don't know, let's say it was an animal, let's say a dog years, 7 years to 1, I believe it is for dog years or whatever they say. So a 10-year-old dog is an aged dog.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The lifespan of a dog, 14, 15 years, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm. I think it's 14.
Depending on the breed, it switches.
Yeah.
So you're in the last quarter of a dog's life and you go 75% back. You're starting from zero again.
Making them a young
You just
pup.
increase that dog's life like he's starting anew. Yeah. Now you're going from 15 years old, probably 25, and it'll last to 25. That's amazing.
And that's amazing. And that's how they're going to do it. They're going to start with pets.
Of course. Now they're doing, they just announced in the video. Human trials are starting next month.
They're starting, but they're doing
a lot of dead bodies.
That's going to be the it's going to be hard to get it passed in the U.S. because there's a lot of religious zealots out there that find all of this demonic. So we got to get. Yeah. That's why this is going to be more so an international thing. Because it's going to be very tough to convince the United States
to do it
because of its citizens.
I can see that though, because people will look at this. This is the beast. This is the mark of the beast. We're supposed to live. We're born. We get older, and then after that we die. This right here talking about changing the way we look, changing our health, making sure that we're young again. And a lot of people want to be young, but there are people know like they're gonna get old. That's the point of changing and growth.
人类的器官会不断的移植，甚至越活越年轻，甚至会长生不老。预测呢，本世纪呢，可能未来可以活到150岁。也不能说是。
The prediction that is in this century, humans may live to be 150 years old. Oh my goodness.
This is scary though. I mean, for some people, look at this as a good thing, but this is a control thing at the same time too, because you think they're not gonna put them chips inside of us.
It is demonic. I don't know.
It's not cool.
I feel like this is encroaching on things that the Bible teaches.
And
a lot.
Yeah, immortality, you're playing with God. But see, I felt this way about when they were doing the whole abortion shit. Infertility to me is just as a bigger crime as abortion. But nobody looks at it the same way. Trying to achieve immortality is the same way of trying to touch the hands of God. But a lot of people don't see it that way. But
is it wrong to want to live longer?
It's not. It is try to live forever.
No.
A lot of people want to live forever.
They still will give. No, wait. If there's therapy that comes out that says, hey, Jody, Keon, E-Man, take this, you'll go into debt. So it's going to be like getting a car note. $70,000. You can do payment plans over 10 years, $500 a month for 10 years.
Okay.
I could extend your life by 50 years.
Right.
Is that something that you would do?
Jody, drink this cup of blood. I extend your life for 50 years. Would you drink it?
No.
There you go. That's how I look at it.
Sell your soul.
Why?
Sell your soul to me. We'll keep you alive
it's
forever.
Stem cell research, technology, and it's not the same as drinking the blood, though.
To me, but it's a take this cracker. This is my body. Drink this grape juice. This is my blood. Symbolism. The symbolism of the stem cell research is the same as drinking the blood to me. It's the symbolism behind it. The same way when we do communion, we eat the cracker. We're not really eating Jesus' body. It's the symbolism. We're not drinking his blood. That's grape juice.
Right.
It's the symbolism of it. Take this stem cell research that we know it comes from. The blood of a dead fetus.
Yeah.
The blood and whatever makes
it's not blood. But I don't think it's
it's liquid that turned from blood.
You're using you're justifying in your mind, which I understand.
I don't think stem cells are considered blood. Let me.
It's from DNA though.
You're
sure. Yes, blood-forming stem cells, specifically hematopoietic stem cells, are considered a fundamental part of the blood system, as they are immature cells that develop into all types of blood cells, including red, white, and platelets. They are found in bone marrow, umbilical cord blood, and peripheral blood.
So there's no middle ground. Either you agree with the science or you don't. See, this is what they teach against you. So take the cracker. And that's how I look at it.
Blood-forming stem cells are considered a part of the blood system. But are they blood?
Like, all this sounds good, but hell no.
It's a part of this.
This is
it's like saying white cells. White cells are part of the blood system, but I don't think a white...
Jody,
it's a blood cell.
You're trying to...
It's still a cell. Yeah.
You're trying to bisexual your way to make it okay.
No, I'm not. I just want to make... Blood stem cells are immature cells found in the bone marrow and blood that develop into blood. It's getting new blood, new DNA, new cells, new blood.
And from a undeveloped fetus. That's
pushing out the
All right,
old
I'm gonna tell you,
cells,
if stem cells are considered blood, then I don't know. It's wrong. We shouldn't do that.
Yeah. But think about how many people will do that.
Now,
though.
going back to the Epstein
Damn.
files. Yes, damn. Going back to the Epstein files. The desensitization is a part of a method for us to control the society.
That is a
Let
way.
me throw
That is
all
a
of
way
that
to get
away.
the whole world to take blood.
Yep. Sign your
And
soul.
that's one of the
Give your
biggest
soul
crimes
to
against
me.
the
Give
Bible.
your soul to me.
Oh my God.
Your life.
Yeah, Jody. It's not. It's more.
And it's so many
complex
people.
than
It's
you think.
crazy. It's gonna do it.
And that's why I said it's going to be tougher in the United States to get that approved. But everybody else around the world is going to be.
That's Satan.
Yep.
If it's blood, this is a way to get the whole world to do what Satan wants. Take in this
Take
blood.
over.
And then with the benefit
For
of
the-
immortality,
shoot.
I could give you. That's why in my brain, I don't. That's why I associate it this way. It keeps me grounded. Thank God I grew up in the church, but it keeps me grounded. Well, that's why I can recognize bullshit like this and know.
I didn't know that stem cells were blood.
Yeah, Jody.
I'm learning that. I thought the stem cells were.
A separate thing. It's just a word. But that's the point. The in-education of stem cells is a way for you to take it. Oh, it's just stem cells. Don't worry about it. Just baby fetuses. But no, it's a thing. Think about
It's scary as shit though.
like
And I've always said this, man.
aborted children. Aborted children are part of that. They use aborted
The fetus.
they
There's
use all
that
of it.
video where the white men are telling these black women, your umbilical cords, your eggs, we want that. There's something about you African women. You guys are just the best.
What?
I want to pay for your eggs.
Yeah,
Pay for your
because they're
umbilical
the
cord.
womb.
Pay for your placenta.
That's
Man, my
fucking
nigga,
insane.
Yeah, it is insane. Freak, man. What a freaking time, man.
The times we living in, man. It's getting crazier and crazier.
I was waiting for this to happen. But
Now you have to make
now
a choice.
it's like,
You have to make a choice. Do you want it? That it's in the
it's a
Bible.
book. It's
too.
a book of Revelation, y'all.
Yeah, it's a choice. Do you want to live forever or you want to die?
Be immortal.
Be a part of this world. You want to be of the world or do you want to be the world?
Be immortal or die.
I know it's tough for you guys. I love it. Hard conversations are tough.
There's
to
gonna
have.
be there's gonna be like people just dying left and right. Didn't you take the stem cell? No. I
Yeah,
didn't
and it's
take
gonna
that
be
shit.
so.
I'd rather die.
It's gonna be so
Oh, yeah.
nonchalant.
Yeah.
It
Like
is-
like the way look. Where does it start? We started desensitizing through hip hop and this filthy TV with doing things to our bodies.
Yeah.
Lip injections, Botox, BBLs.
And it's just
Look at
another
that
shot.
shit, man.
Yep.
It's so this
Pe-
is a
the
shot.
same, it's the same Botox niggas
Yep.
that are gonna be the first
First
ones
to
in
get it.
line for this shit.
Remember they got.
And then it's gonna get popping on social media. Niggas gonna be rapping about it. Nigga gonna live to 200. What you doing? Nigga gonna live to 200. What you doing?
all you gotta do is inject
Niggas-
yourself and give yourself. Yup.
This shit crazy.
Yup.
Shawty,
Holy
sweetie,
freak,
Sweetie
man.
gonna look like that forever.
God
They gonna show
damn,
an image.
bro.
They gonna show an image of a female that's
Freaking
old,
A.
and then she taking it, and then she looks super young. Yep.
Shit. This shit has come from a long time
Experience
ago,
that
bro.
many children are
Look at
describing.
this. The 80s.
Well, the adults would dig up the caskets from the graveyards, and all the members, including the children, were made to lay in the remains of whatever was in the casket.
They described a satanic goat's head being on the wall over the table.
That's your Baphomet.
Ha!
What they would do is the kids would go and play with the children and then tell them that they were either going to go to a party or that there was some toys or whatever and get them so they weren't on the move, and then her father and other members would grab the kids.
These are all of the children that have come to the police and said they were in a cult, in a satanic cult, and these are the things that they did. All of these reporting from this video are coming from the testimony of children.
The worship of Satan.
Well, first of all, the sexual abuse, the pornography, which always seems to go hand in hand.
And then what he would do is he had his car parked out back. So he took them to the funeral home, and they were cremated, and nobody ever knew anything about the bodies.
Zissels.
They called it ball?
That's the name of the golden calf.
Oh, that was the name of the cult. They called it ball. The
Ball.
golden calf.
The golden calf. Do you remember
What
the
they
story?
worshiping? They worship the golden calf. Yeah,
the name of
they
that golden calf is Ball.
Oh, I didn't know that.
the
I didn't know that it had a
Rothschilds.
name and it was ball.
It's ball.
So it's the golden calf. All right. So look, golden calf, what everybody idolizes and worships, right? Then you have below that the Rothschilds, the royal family, and the Rockefellers. Big time money. But the Rothschilds made the royal family who they are.
Yeah, the
So
Rockefellers.
I would put
less so.
I would put the Rothschilds above the royal family and the Rockefellers.
No. The Rockefellers are kind of out. I would say the Rothschilds run more so of the international. This is where that's the money comes from them.
Yes. So,
I would-
why are they not above? Why are they not?
Because
at the top
they don't want to be in the public.
Oh, the
They're-
public
they
eye.
must-
They want to be seen.
I just look at them.
Yes.
They're like the Iron Bank of Bravos.
The
That's
public
what
is
they
at the
are.
bottom. See, actors, singers,
No, I'm
sports
saying they're
stars, and media.
in Game of Thrones terms, they're the Iron Bank of Bravos. That's what they are.
Right. So why would you not put them above the royal family and the Rockefellers?
Because you need a royal family in there.
They
in that
funded
spot.
the royal family.
They need a royal family there so they don't get exposed.
But they are exposed. They're very out there.
They're very out there, but nobody pays attention to them.
It's not about. I don't think that's what you think. This is about attention. You think
No,
it's
no,
about,
no, not about
I think
attention.
it's about power. This is the totem of power
So you think it's about control
and influence.
So you think it's
Yes.
about control.
This is the totem of control, power, and influence.
The royal, you need
Because
the
you
royal-
see
the-
from Baal to the
Because-
royal family, then it goes to the Zionists, Vatican, Freemasons, then the world leaders.
Yeah, that makes
we
sense.
think the world leaders were at the top, right? They're puppets. Then beneath the world leaders, you have the actors, singers, sports stars, the media, and then from the TV, the television, and the public.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah. I looked into the Rothschilds won the royal family their freaking country. And the Rothschilds, oh my God, let me freaking show you this video. Look, this is a Rothschild right here
yeah,
from a long time ago.
like a vampire. Yeah,
Look at this shit. It's eerie.
In modern Jewish history,
And sitting with a
and it
Jew.
begins with 3 words. Dear Lord Rothschild.
November 2nd, 1917. Foreign Office.
Lord Rothschild, I have much pleasure in conveying to you, on behalf of His Majesty's government, the following declaration of sympathy with Jewish Zionist aspirations, which has been submitted to and approved by the Cabinet.
This is the royal family saying,
Thank you, basically.
thank you, and because of you, you
Without
are
the King
creating
George.
Zionism, and we're going to back you into basically making Israel Israel. Bro,
Why was it that this letter was sent
look at him.
by the Foreign Secretary to your great uncle Walter?
It's an interesting question because it was primarily a movement from Eastern Europe, but they didn't clarify who was in charge of that movement. And in addition, it was after all in Great Britain. So they felt that the Rothschild family should be the one to whom it was addressed. And Walter was Lord Rothschild.
Who was behind the movement? The Rothschild family behind that whole movement.
And the
just
Rothschilds are
said
not
it.
royalty,
And he was,
but they damn near
a
are
Zionist.
royalty.
The Rothschilds are above it, nigga. I say they try to put them as adjacent, but when you help them win wars, you funded the wars.
Yeah,
Iron
They
Bank.
the
build.
Iron
They,
Bank.
they,
What is
they
that?
build
What is
this.
what is Cersei to the Iron Bank?
No, I
Nothing.
understand what you're saying, but that
Cersei is the royal family. The land, that's the royal family.
I get it. They can,
and
they can
they're
always fund somebody else. I get. Yeah.
to the Iron Bank.
Yeah, to the Iron Bank. That's who they are.
Because it even goes back to old times. When you owe somebody, you're enslaved to them.
for the rest of your life.
It's that enslavement. So like enslavement in a lot of biblical times didn't necessarily mean slave.
It means I owe you.
When you slave
I own
for
you.
someone,
Yeah.
it's you're indebted to them.
Yeah.
For the rest of
like
your
I owe you money, so I'll do you favors
That's
until
what that means.
we are
Yeah.
on
Equal.
good
Until-
terms.
until I'm
and we're
paid,
good
until
again.
my debt is
And I can
paid.
do-
Your debt is
but
paid.
I
Until
my
am
debt
your
is paid.
slave.
Yeah.
To
Until then.
slave for someone is to put in. I slave for my master employer. I slave for my job. I
Right.
slave for my kids.
Right.
So like that word meant a little bit more than the word means today.
Now, right,
Someone says slave, you're thinking about black slaves in the South.
Right, right.
Doing that. Exactly. So in those times, to be enslaved to someone is to be indebted to them and to pay off the debts they would come up with, like in Game of Thrones. This guy took from the Bible, freaking George R. R. Martin and Tolkien. They did all this shit's coming from the Bible. Like in Marine, they made contracts with their masters. Because when Khaleesi went to Marine, she freed the slaves.
Yep.
She freed all of the slaves from their masters of Marine. But some of the slaves were so indoctrinated, they came to Khaleesi and said, we want to be with our masters. What am I going to do out there? There's nothing for me to do. My master's all I know. So then Khaleesi was like, slaves that want to stay with their masters. What do I do? So she came up with, you will enter a contract with your slave master. Where he has to pay you, take care of you, but he can't do the slave practices that he would normally do. It's like a contract, independent contractor. You're a worker now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what
Khaleesi changed.
It means to be a slave back then. If I owe you, dang, I owe you. All right, bro. All right, listen. I'll paint your house, your den. I'll renovate your den. Then can we be good, bro? All right, deal.
Yeah.
You're enslavement to me.
Yeah.
So when you owe someone money, you are, in essence, their slave.
You're indebted.
And the British family, the royal family, owed the Rothschilds money, funding that war, picking the winner, which is important, right?
Yep.
And funding that winner so they can succeed.
Yep.
You, royal family, Great Britain, as you stand now, are indebted to me.
So you do whatever I say.
So you owe me. You do my bidding.
Yep.
You do this.
Yep. That's
power. So I'm looking at this thing, and then it's like Rockefellers, Freemasons, the Vatican. Oh my God, the Vatican. Isn't that a faith right there?
Okay, that's the Pope.
Yeah, Catholic Church.
And the person that person that's responsible for 90% of the world's religion. That's why he's important. He controls the populace.
Right.
80% of the world is Christian.
And the Freemasons control him.
Not
Actors,
necessarily.
degenerates. Here's your Jay-Z's here. At the bottom. All the stuff y'all, LeBron James, James E, down at the bottom.
Tom
and then
Cruise.
we are at the very bottom, the public. Being lied to and manipulated. Like I said, man, when that... And then you hear about...